So we'll start with this problem today. While you guys are starting it, I'll just quick talk a little bit about the fact that now we've had yet another day off. So we will still be having the quiz tomorrow. That will still happen. And then we'll just push everything else back after that. So there still will be a quiz tomorrow on substitution, elimination, graphing, and graphing inequalities. Okay, so plan on that yet. So, solve and classify using the elimination method. Go for it. First step in elimination. Line them up. Okay. So 2x plus 3y equals 5. Negative 3x plus 5y equals 21. Like it. Second step in the equation. Let's see the rest of the class. Second step. Elimination method. It's in your notes.
Get rid of a variable.
So we got to pick one to get rid of, right? Okay, and then we've got to adjust it to get rid of it, right? Or adjust one or both of the equations. Okay, so which one do you want to pick?
X.
X. Okay, so if I'm going to eliminate x, that means I'm going to have to multiply the top equation by what? 3. Okay, so then that's going to give me 6x plus 9y equals 15. Bottom equation, what am I going to have to multiply the bottom equation by? 2. That's going to give me negative 6x plus 10y equals 42. Fan of that arrow. Much better. Okay? Now what do I do with those two equations in step number 3? I'm going to add those two equations together. That eliminates my x's. 6x plus negative 6x is 0. 19y equals 57. Okay. Step 4. Solve for y in this case, or solve for x, whichever one you're eliminating. Yep, solve that equation. Dividing both sides by 19 gives me what? 3? Okay. Now what? Step 5.
Plug 3 in and solve for x.
Okay, which equation do you want to plug 3 into? Left or right? Left? So we're replacing y with 3. So that gives me 2x plus 9 equals 5. Subtract 9. 2x equals negative 4. Divide by 2. X is equal to 2. Correct? Am I done? No. Step 6. What does step 6 say? Okay, so if I check this, 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. Oh, wait, tap the brakes. That's 13. 13 is not equal to 5. be negative 2 down here. Yep, good thing we checked it then. So now let's go back and let's recheck it. 2 times negative 2 now is negative 4. 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 4 plus 9 is now 5. Now it checks out in the first equation. Okay? Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 6 plus 15 is 21. Checks out in both equations. Can I leave my answer like that? Yay or nay? Yes or no? No. I'm writing it in point form, which is negative 2, comma 3. Then it also asked us to classify that one, and since it comes or meets at a point, we have a solution for both x and y. The classification of this one is consistent and independent. Consistent and independent. Okay. Questions on that one? Solve and classify using the substitution method. Okay. Find me the substitution of that one. All right, so solving via substitution has different steps. My first step is what? Solving with substitution. First step. So I got to solve one of the equations for one of the variables. Okay? Left x, left y, right x, right y. Which one is the easiest one to solve for? Left x is the easiest one to solve for. So if I take this and I add 3y to both sides, that gives me x equals 3y minus 2. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in for x in my other equation. 2 times 3y minus 2 minus 6y is equal to 4. If I distribute that, I get 6y minus 4 minus 6y equals 4. Combine my y's and those go away. Gives me negative 4 equals positive 4. Is that a true or a false statement? That's a false statement. So what is my answer then? No solution. Classifying it, because it asked us to classify too, what would the classification be for a no solution? Not incomplete. Nope. What's the classification? Inconsistent. If it were an infinite solutions case, if that last blue line had been a true statement, we would have had infinite solutions, then what would have my classification been? We would have had a true statement, what would have my classification been? Consistent and dependent. Yep, exactly. Okay? Alright, so classifications, if it meets at a point, consistent and independent. If there's no solution, it's inconsistent. If there's infinite solutions, it's consistent and dependent. Okay? Word problems. We need a little work on some word problems. At Phillips Convenience Store, the first thing you got to do in a word problem is what? Read it. You got to read it. You got to read it to understand it. Okay? At Phillips Convenience Store, the total cost of one medium and one large soda is $1.74. The large soda costs 16 cents more than the medium soda. Find the cost of each soda. Okay? So we've read it. That's our first step. Second step. What do we need to do in a word problem? Second step in a word problem.
Label our variables.
Not label, but define our variables. Okay? All right, so what do you want to use as variables for this one? L and M. L is going to stand for what? Cost of a large soda. Okay? So literally write that out. L equals the cost of a large. So you know exactly what you're talking about. And you can clearly state that to somebody else. M, cost of a medium. Okay. Third step in a word problem.
Yeah, 2 equations.
Now, well, that's what 2 equations, but for however many variables we define, that's how many equations we need. So in this case, 2 because we define 2 variables. If we would have 3 variables, we'd have to make 3 equations. If we only define 1 variable, we only have to make one equation. So for the amount of variables you define, that's how many equations you have to write. Okay? So, first equation, what is it?
M plus L equals $1.74.
M plus L equals $1.74. Second equation. Okay? Would you be offended if I went L equals M plus 0.16? Is that okay? Just flippity-floppity to the sides. Okay? Love it. Okay. Now we need to decide how we're going to solve this one. It did not say that we had to use a specific method to solve, so we can solve using any method. Which method do you feel is the easiest one given this setup? I think substitution, because it's already set up for us. Okay? So if I'm going to substitute this into my other equation in place of L. So we get that, which really is 2m equals that. Subtract off 16 cents from both sides. So that gives me 2m equals 158. Yes? 1664.58. Yep. Okay. 1.58 divided by 2 is what? 0.79. So the cost of a medium soda at Phillips Convenience Store is 79 cents. What then is the cost of a large? 95 cents. Checking it, there's a 16-cent gap between them, yes. The large costs more, that's a good thing. Okay. And if I add those two, 95 cents plus 79 cents, I get $1.74. Okay. So it works out. Okay. Try that one. Come off of the freeze. There it comes off of the freeze. Okay, so hopefully by now you've read it. Okay. 5-pound nut mixture is worth $2.80 per pound. Mixture contains peanuts worth $1.70 per pound, and cashews worth $4.55 per pound. Okay, how many pounds of each type of nut are in the mixture? Okay. So, define our variables. What do we want to define our variables as? That would be a good definition of variables. P is what? What about peanuts? Pounds of peanuts. C is what? Pounds of cashews. First equation. First one's the easy one. Russell?
P plus C equals 280.
Nope. Close though. Nope. What's P again? Pounds, right? Pounds of peanuts. What's C? Pounds of cashews. We got any other nuts in this mixture? Not in the mixture? Okay. How many pounds of the mixture do we have? 5. Make me an equation. P plus C equals 5. Okay, because I got 5 pounds of mixture, right? Okay. What was your equation again? Okay, I like that part. Like that part. Is the mixture selling at $2.80? And we're back. So, are we selling the 5? So is the 5-pound mixture $2.80? No. What's it selling at? $14, because it's $2.80 a pound. There's 5 pounds of it, so 2.80 times 5 is 14. So this one here is, $14. There. Okay? So, what are we thinking in terms of how do we want to solve this? Substitution, elimination, graphing. Which way? Substitution? We just did one though like that. Let's do elimination. Just because we just did a substitution. But we could do it either way. Okay? In the last class, half the class did it by substitution, half the class did it by elimination. Doesn't matter. Okay? So, what variable do we want to eliminate? P or C? P. Okay? So if I'm going to eliminate P, then I'm going to multiply this whole top equation by negative 1.70. My bottom equation is going to stay the same. That will then allow me to add them together. P's go away. 4.55 minus 1.7. 2.85. See? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah? Okay. 14 minus 8.5. 14 minus 8 is 6. Minus another 0.5 is 5.5. Okay. 5.5 divided by 2.85. What do we get for C here? Uh-oh. Right? Right? Okay. So, tentatively, we're thinking 1.93 pounds. Okay. If that's the case, then P plus 1.93 has to equal 5. So P has to equal 3.07 pounds. Agree? Now, right off the start, I'm thinking that this might not work. Okay? But let's check it. So 1.93, P is 3.07 plus 1.93 does equal 5. So it checks out in the first equation. 1.7 times 3.07 is 5.219-ish plus 4.55 times 1.93 is 8.7815. And if I add those two together, I get 14.0005. Because we rounded to 1.93, that's going to be off. But it's almost 14. So does that work? Yeah. Okay. In the real world, answers aren't always going to be nice and neat and come out to be 2 pounds and 3 pounds, or, you know what I mean? 1 pound and 4 pounds. Okay? Doesn't mean that you're wrong. That's why we always check our answer at the end. That tells us if we're wrong or not. Okay? So, with that being said, and being the fact that you have a quiz tomorrow still, we're going to give, or we, me and the mouse in my pocket, apparently are going to give you a worksheet for today. This worksheet will be due tomorrow. Okay. Don't forget that you have the elimination 3.2 day 2 homework that's due before you leave today. Okay?